evening, everybody. We are the Quality of Life group, and we focused our project on foster kids, and this was a real journey for us, so we're going to share that with you. Now, first, when I hear somebody sigh that life is hard, I'm always tempted to ask, compared to what? And, you wonder what else is there to compare it to, and sometimes the options aren't all that good. Sometimes, they can be pretty bad. We had a lot of change in perceptions as a result of going through this whole project and process. And as you can see, our team members, we are a pretty diverse team. We come from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different experiences, and different ages. There was a lot different about us, and this is kind of a project that really, really hit home for all of us. Some of us more than others, but affected us in different ways, and we had to come together and kind of come to grips with that, and we want to tell you about that. Linda, would you like to share the process with the group?
As John said, for those of you that are in leadership now or have been in the past, and for those of you that may be in the future, about the third meeting, on the wall, Jill puts squares with about 12 different topics, and you get to put your name on the square that you want. And the 5 of us, there were 6 of us at the time, chose quality of life. And we met, we had many different ideas for projects, a couple of them really viable, and we settled on the care package project to benefit foster kids in Napa County from newborn to 18-year-olds in an attempt to make their lives better and give them a better quality of life. We conferred with Health and Human Services and did discover that there was a need, and then confirmed that with them, defining age groups and the number of bags that we would need for all the different age groups for a year, and we'll talk about that later. We drafted a list of potential donors, be they local businesses and individuals, drafted a letter, mailed it out, and then followed up with phone calls and personal visits. And the response from the community was, I just have to say, extraordinary. I'm going to tell a story a little bit later about one particular donor. And then we divided this list up, made our calls, and everybody had pretty good response. John had, we may never shop at Target again. Target was surprisingly non-cooperative, but I have to say that the generosity of the community is extraordinary. I lost 2 bedrooms in my house. My house was deemed to be the storage facility. You can't even walk in those 2 rooms. And my 5-year-old granddaughter is banned because of all the things that are there. It just lights her up. Anyway, so the joy for us now is that all of that having been accomplished. And I think we raised about $1,500 in cash and probably $1,500 in merchandise as well. So we did extremely well and are just thrilled with what we've been able to put together. And next Monday night, we're going to meet at my house and put all the bags together. We just have a sampling for you tonight later on. And I just want to say, Ginger Young, the project was the brainchild of Ginger and Renee Coggins, who started class with us and wasn't able to finish. And Ginger took all the money and went shopping. This was her personal vendetta. And we were thrilled that she wanted to do that, but she did a great job.
You'll see the back of my car later loaded with all the bags. Our mission to ease the traumatic experience of being taken into foster care and restore some level of hope by providing foster children with basic necessities and possessions they can call their own. We had kind of an interesting group in that. Bea and Renee, who's no longer with leadership, were both foster parents, and I was foster child for a part of my life. And we all recognize this need. When kids are first taken into the system, they're often taken in, dragged from their homes, or it's kind of a traumatic thing, and they don't have anything except for the clothes on their back, and they often don't have anything with them. And they go from home to home often with their stuff in trash bags or grocery bags, and it's all very sad and depressing. So we wanted to give them something when they first got there that they could call their own, that could serve both a functional purpose and sort of lighten their mood a little bit, let them know that somebody cared. We talked to social services. They said, if you could break it down into these age groups, infant to 3 to 5 years, 6 to 8 years, 9 to 11, and then teenagers, basically female and male. That'd be great, and give us 10 of each bag at least. We're going to have a lot more than that, as it turns out. That'd be fabulous. And so we started thinking about what we could put in these bags, and we started off with like, okay, well, we at least want, I really wanted conditioner, because when I was taken into a foster home, they didn't have conditioner in my foster home for weeks, and my hair was...
conditioner for Napa.
Yes, we do. That was very close to my heart. So, but depending on the age range, we have different things for the bags themselves. They'll be going through some specific examples. This is one for a teenage boy, an 8-year-old girl, and here's an infant's bag here. Shampoo, conditioner, soaps, combs and brushes. And then as we started getting a lot of really good feedback and donations from the community, we started branching out and getting, I thought that diaries would be a really good thing to be able to give all the kids, school supplies. Linda got a great donator in Mary Kay, who gave us lots of makeup and stuff we could give the teenage girls, acne facial washes for all the teenagers, crayons and toys. So Dan and Linda are gonna show you some specific examples. This is the back of my car. This is one of many, many loads.
Notice, much to my dismay, somebody shopped at Target.
They had a sale on that.
We got lots of theirs.
What we did was we broke down the age groups. What we did was we put out here for an infant through a 3-year-old. And here we're going to take out what we have for the teenager from 11 through, from
This is a boy from 13 to 18.
13 to 18.
And this is a girl.
So, but everyone gets a bear, and we have lots of these. So that was a great thing. We had a lot of fun with this project. Did a lot of soliciting for donations.
Oh, you haven't, I mean, it's just
We've got over 24 items.
king size.
We've got over 24 items in each bag. Wow. Everyone gets a coloring book too, by the way, no matter how old you are, 18-year-olds, they love to color. We have dental floss, we have soap, we have shampoo, lots of conditioner, like Ginger was saying. Lots of shampoo. The bags go with it. So yo-yos for the kids. Pencil sharpeners. I mean, we have so many different items. We got the pencils, toothpaste for everybody, toothbrushes for everybody.
Yeah, some kind of combs and hair products for the boys and the girls, depending on age. It's all age sensitive.
Pens,
It's just extraordinary.
journals
what
for the
we're
girls,
able to do
guys.
and get from the generosity of the community.
We have dental floss in every bag also. So chapstick. We've got tons of chapstick. So there's a sampling of our bags for everyone to see.
And there are more things to go in a baby bag. We just didn't have it all since the last time we met.
So that's it for that. As far as the results go, we're putting together over 60 bags for these different age groups. But the facts are that we're going to have over 100 bags that we're going to be able to put together. We're going to put 60 together now, given the Health and Human Resources. Then throughout the year, we're going to get together, and we're going to get these bags put together. Ginger's going to keep them, and then we're going to distribute them to them. So we're going to try and do this for a year. As far as improving the quality of life, we're sure that we're going to improve the quality of life for these children. Traumatic experience coming into foster care. We think this will be a great help to them, benefit, and it'll soften their experience. Team building, it was a lot of fun. We met at different venues, Ginger's office, Linda's house, and Pizza Zero. All of us always weren't at all the meetings, but we're always there in spirit. I mean, literally, we emailed each other, phoned each other. So we got to know each other quite a bit. We had a lot of fun. We hope to continue this relationship in the future. So it was a great team building experience for us. And the connections in the community. For all of you that have been involved in fundraising before and trying to solicit donations from people, you know how difficult it can be and how daunting of a task it is. What we found out also is that our community, as Linda was explained before, is so generous. We're so lucky to live in this community that we live in, because the community as a whole is a very generous and giving community. Wineries, stores, restaurants, individuals probably get asked for donations on a daily basis, 10 times over. So to give for our project was incredible. We had a great response, and I'm going to turn it over to B now. B is going to come up here and talk to us about
Well, it was just wonderful from beginning. Well, it's not the end yet, but it will be. It's very close to my heart because I was a foster parent. The last foster child I had was a premature infant who became our daughter. We adopted her, and she's 53 years old now. So that was successful. And as far as we're so thankful to the people that donated, everyone, but particularly Hallmark, over 150 of these bears. And
I just have to say, Bea calls me at home one day. She said, Linda, I know that you're housing everything. She said, you've got to come to my house. I said, okay, can I come on Saturday? She said, yes, you come soon. So I walk into her house. She has a room off the living room where there's a pool table. You can't see the pool table. There are 150 bears, these. It took me 2 full trips in my SUV. My granddaughter walked into the room and just dove into the middle of these bears. They're still there.
when I went to Hallmark, I was expecting, something. And she took me and she said, well, we've been looking for someone, and we'd like to give you these bears. So I made 2 trips with my great-granddaughter in my car to my house, but then I really didn't want my billiard room, my pool room tied up all this time. Yeah, and of course, when I told Linda when she came, she couldn't believe it. And we've just had a lot of wonderful experiences. And I belong to a widowers club because I lost my husband 1.5 years ago. And just in telling them about it, the next thing I know, there were checks and bags full of things, and they were very generous. And then just everybody, wherever I went, it was not like selling, I want a donation. The minute I told them, they just could hardly do enough for us. So my idea, too, was that since we had this extra money, instead of just having the substantial things, it'd be fun to have some toys and games and other things, which we were able to do. So I just think it's been wonderful, and the association with these people is also wonderful.
So in summary, we thought our definition of success isn't how far we got, but rather how far we traveled from where we started. And as a group, we traveled very far, and with all of you in Leadership Napa Valley, we came very far. We thank all of us together, and we thank you for letting us share that with you.